Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the market. It's currently 4:35 p.m. November 18th, 2020, Wednesday, hump day, platform issues, green day, retail. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. Right now we're looking at NVIDIA. Big move in the after hours, but really just kind of fizzled up to where it closed. Came out with earnings. I like NVIDIA. I use their video cards. I've been using their video cards for years. They make good quality products, I believe, and they actually had really good earnings. So I do expect this to turn up, but as like everything else, we're up so high that when the revs come out, you sell on the news. But anyway, we won't worry about that too much. I'm not even going to look at that. Let's just focus on the trading today, and then I'll focus on the platform. I'm going to show you a video of what happened that started the whole mess. Retail. How about retail coming back in? You know, the reopening of plays like Boeing and airlines and cruises and retail were starting to peak up with this new vaccine talk. And it was the retail that really took off today. And Boeing actually faded, which was nice. I really didn't want Boeing to continue its move because it had just moved up 2 days in a row and it was going to be a third day in a row. And that would have been just too much. Wow, look at this lot trade. 1.2 million shares at 62.28. What? That's insane. That must have been an insider or something. I'm going to have to look into that. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that many shares on one trade. Anyway, opened it up with TJ Maxx Company or TJX Company, which is pretty much TJ Maxx retail store. Up here made this high here, right? 62.75. So the break of the 260.75 right here. Boom. Cranked up. Made it up to 63.57, 63.68. I got some shares off, made like $160 on this trade. I had 400 shares, had 100 left. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hold this thing. I'm holding this thing, holding this 100. I think this is going to just continue to skyrocket. We're in blue sky territory on the daily. Comes back. Look at the price it comes back to. 62.70, 62.71, 62.72, 62.74. Just 5 cents below my entry, and just continued to rise up to 65. That was a miss. It went against me, and I sold that last 100 shares. Just came down enough, and I need to reevaluate my exits. I didn't see bid support or anything like that to allow me to stay in, but that would have been a nice 100 shares for that rise up from 63 all the way up to 65. I don't think I would have gotten 2 points worse, but let's just say if that's 2 points, we'll call it maybe $50, maybe 100, maybe 100 at the most, on top of my original trade. So that was unfortunate. That was a great trade, no pain, never went against me. And then it was the other retailer, Target. How about Target? You know, they're at all-time highs. Not a good finish on the day for the stock. Got in here on the break of the 168 level, no pain, just rode this up nicely, took shares off all the way as it was going up. So I was taking off 20 shares, 50 shares. But the problem is, I just got some news of something else, and I dropped from 300 shares. I don't even know. I should have been trading like probably probably like 500 shares on this. I traded 200 shares. So I ended up walking with like $150 on this trade. But look at this thing. I held and I actually got off at 172. I think it went to 172.12 or something. Yeah, 172.12. I was actually going to set 172.10, but I set 172. And it did come back up close to it, but didn't. Then it fizzled out, and my last few shares were sold at like 168.50 or something like that. And then it ended up going below my entry almost. Yeah, it went below my entry. It's at 166.84. So I got rid of those last shares further up than my entry, and I'm happy with that trade. So those are the two trades I took today. And I took one more trade, and I was going to show that in a video. And fortunately, you'll see how it plays out. It was a tiny loss. Could have been actually an okay winner because of the way it worked out. But I ended the day 301, which I'm happy about. But after I discuss this video, I'll show you the trade I missed in a big way. And I actually took an E-Trade trade on it but I didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of forced it and made like $4. It was on my retirement account, but it actually worked out pretty good. But I'm pretty frustrated with Tradestation right now. I'm going to explain that now. So what's happening, I'm going to open this video. Give me a second. Okay, so here you can see I'm still in some Target shares, and it's up $11 at the time. Maxed out at 21 for the amount of shares I had left. I think I only had like 5 or 10 left or something like that at that point. That's what's nice about free commissions. Now there's positive feelings about free commissions, but the negative is you don't get good platform sometimes when you really need it, like a Lightspeed or maybe even Speed Trader, a couple other brokers that have commissions, their platforms. And if there's something that goes wrong, they eat the trades. And in my case, check this out. So this is what happened. It's a short video of KZIA, one of the fastest moving stocks today. Not heavy volume. I mean, for the amount of the movement this thing does. I was looking for the 13 break, 200 shares, no big deal. I was looking for like 30, 40 cents, just kind of solidify my day a little bit. I was going to go a little bit heavier, but I just noticed something before this, that the platform wasn't functioning 100%. So watch what happens here. So I'm looking for the 13 break. Okay, look, I just hit the buy button. Now look what's happening. My 200 shares down here says sent, right? So I'm waiting. I pause for a second. I'm sitting here waiting, but look at the price now. 1283 bid, 1288 ask. I had to put a limit at 13, right? So let's wait. It says sent. How many seconds is this? I have no idea if I'm in the trade. Meanwhile, I get, before this, probably like back here, I get a text from my phone because I have notifications on my phone that I got filled. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm in this stock, right? So then I really start panicking. Okay, so 13 fill. With a limit, I'm definitely going to get filled. There's the fill, okay? It finally triggers. So I'm like, holy shnikes. 1295 is my fill, right? Down here, you can see it. You can see my position in the level 2 at 1295. We're currently at 1288, 1292. No big deal. Currently down about $10, okay? Maybe a little bit less. So I'm still panicking. So what I decided to do, watch. Instantly just go to close. Close it. I don't care. Close it. Look at the price. 1304, 1308, 1301, 1304, 1294, and then I get filled. And my fill's at 1289. Did you see that? Okay, well, let's go back there. So I instantly hit close, but at the time that I hit closed, right, it's at 1288 on the bid. So my orders were going through at the back end. So I called Tradestation, and all the orders were going through. I took a $10 loss on that. All the orders were going through on the back end. So when I hit buy, it actually bought. When I hit sold, it actually sold. But the reporting or letting me know it was happening was not going through. So when they told me that, I was like, okay, so what should I do? And the guy's like, well, you can stop trading. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. I want to trade. And he's like, well, I recommend you stop trading. You want to risk your money? I'm like, well, are you going to fix your platform? What do you, these are the questions I've been asking for months. It's actually been doing really well lately up until, again, yesterday-ish. I saw some of this, and then today. So there were times when my orders would go through immediately when I did test orders. And there's times when it would sit there for 45 seconds. And most of those were bids like down below the price. If we're at 13, I was bidding down at 12.15 just for a test. It would just say sent. It wouldn't say received or processed or anything like that. It would just say sent. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So long story short, again, no resolution. They said they fixed it, and I haven't seen it fixed yet. So let me know if you guys faced any Tradestation issues today. And we will hopefully combat this, because if this trade had, let's say it dropped to like 12, like a rug pull, like down here, I would have made them eat it. I would sue them because it's a total bunch of crap. I love the platform, but it needs to give me that security that I'm going to get in a trade. Yeah, I know I'm going to get slippage and stuff like that. I'm not going to complain too much about that, but come on, you got to give me the order filled or let me know what's going on. or at least tell everyone you have an issue. They won't suck it up. They won't. The guy just told me about my fills and everything, and I'm like, okay, I see the fills, but what I saw was the total opposite. He's like, oh, you don't need to send me the video. I don't need to see it. I understand. And then they looked into it, and there's definitely an issue going on. So I didn't trade the rest of the day. Meanwhile, news came out on New York City, or New York actually, closing schools. Instantly, volume kicked into Zoom. Instantly got kicked into Zoom. Look at this 400 entry. I was too sketched out to take it because these orders right here, test orders. These are all canceled orders, test orders down here. Test orders, just trying to see if the platform was working. This is that last order I did that I just showed you in the video. Garbage, man. Very frustrating. Notice I haven't talked about Tesla yet, by the way. I just couldn't find my way in. 400. Not an ounce of pain to 415. Straight up to 415. 15 points, 100 shares, $1,500. 200 shares, $3,000. Not that I would have gotten all that, but you see what I'm saying? Because the platform was giving me issues, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Day trading is hard. I was fortunate to get those 2 early trades. I didn't have issues with my sales. Everything worked out just fine. If it's like that, everything is good. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Good day, but not perfect because I missed a whole bunch of stuff. And Zoom was one of those plays. I was looking at Beyond today, and it was kind of choppy, so I didn't lose on that or anything like that. So overall, 301. Take it, go into Thursday. Hopefully Tradestation fixes their issues. Let me know if you had any, and make sure you like the video. Smash the like button, and I'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's video. Have a good one.